Welcome back to another 5 Minutes with Harold Feld, where we're going to take some insanely complicated, mind-numbingly boring things and make them slightly less complicated because this stuff is important. So, wow. I was talking last time about all these things that the FCC can do to enhance competition, and we are having an FCC meeting this week on August 6th where all these things are going to be in play. First, the incentive auction. The incentive auction is where we're getting broadcasters to sell back some of their spectrum use rights and have wireless carriers buy them and bundle it up with all of this other spectrum and move it out to make this huge auction. Yeah, it's very complicated. But here's the big takeaways you need to take away from this. One, we have an FCC vote on the table to preserve what they call the spectrum reserve. The licenses that are set aside for competing carriers, which means carriers that are not the duopoly of AT&T and Verizon. Hopefully we're going to see some action on that to make that a little stronger, make that a little easier for competitors to get spectrum. Two, in the incentive auction basket, we're going to see the FCC take steps to protect TV white spaces. That's a form of unlicensed that's going to give us next generation Wi-Fi. Uses these incredibly powerful spectrum frequencies that the broadcasters have been using and opens those up for unlicensed spectrum so that we're going to have really powerful next generation Wi-Fi stuff, help us bridge the digital divide, get us more competition out there, do more good stuff. The other thing the FCC is going to do is something called the tech transition. The tech transition has to do with how we're shutting down the old traditional copper telephone system and shifting to a new system for our telephone network, which has got all kinds of different technologies, internet-based technologies, wireless technologies. The big thing here is that the telephone companies have been saying, when we move to the new technologies, we should move to someplace with a lot less regulation. Because what could possibly go wrong? And we've been saying, well, let's see, our 911 system has started to fall apart, and you're getting people who are losing basic phone service, and
gosh darn it,
we are the country that put a phone on every farm in the 20th century. And you're going to tell me now, 100 years later, suddenly we can't bring broadband everywhere where we need to? Hell no, I say. So, the FCC, agreeing with me on that hell no part, is putting in a bunch of rules to govern this transition. First, it's protecting all the interconnection rules that are in place now. You're going to have some kind of functional equivalence. Second, from a consumer perspective, we're making sure that everybody has backup power, because it used to be the copper network supplied its own power. So if we had a hurricane or something that knocked out the electric grid, you could still reach 911. Modern telephone systems can't do that. The technology just isn't there. So we have to move to a system where, just like you can have flashlights and candles in your home in order to provide you with lights when the power goes out, we need to give you the capacity as consumers to buy batteries and other alternative systems to power these things when the power goes out, so that you can stay in contact with everybody you need to talk to, reach 911, reach your family and tell them they're okay, reach your local pizza place to order out pizza if that's still working. Whatever it is, you should be able to do that if the lights are out. Finally, we're going to ask more questions about how to make sure that whatever service replaces traditional phone service can actually do the same thing that the phone service does, including how do we move this forward for broadband. This is about our digital future. We've spent thousands of pages, submitted hundreds of ex partes, lobbied the FCC to make this happen, and now it's rolling forward in a way that is going to secure the digital future for all of us. This is going to be an upgrade for everybody, not an upgrade for some and a downgrade for others. And if you like what we're doing here at PK, trying to keep our telecommunications platforms open and affordable, trying to keep copyright in line, trying to keep you informed with these delightful little videos, 5 Minutes with Harold Feld, remember to click on our PK support button, or if you really want to support us, click on the link below that will take you to our annual fundraiser September 24th this year. Whether you show up or not, we still get the money, so please click on the link and help keep us on the air. Well, on YouTube. Well, you know what I mean.